Okay, well, thank you so much for joining me, Michelle. I'm really excited. Hello to anyone who isn't familiar with me. My name's Louise O'Reilly. I'm an inclusion and diversity in business coach, course creator, membership space holder, and also co-author of an upcoming book, which I'm really excited about. And this is Michelle House. She's the CEO. Do you call yourself the CEO of inbodico?
I always say founder, creator. I don't know. I feel like I changed that
Creator.
navigating what I am.
Yes, absolutely. And I do the exact same thing. And it also depends on how many characters you have available.
Yeah, true.
So beautiful. This is what this is the Inclusion Creators Collective member spotlight. So Michelle is a member of my membership, which is the Inclusion Creators Collective. And I really wanted to just shine a light on Michelle, the work she's doing, the work, her business model, how everything's going there. And I just said just before we came on, I'm already so proud of everything that Michelle has done. And I have been working with Michelle since before the launch of this, her own membership. And my gosh, the intention in it is so beautiful. The energy of it, the how it's created is just so beautiful, and it's so different from anything I've seen before. And I absolutely love being a part of that membership and delivering those goodies to your members as well. So look, I'm going to ask a few questions. So as I said, Michelle is from inbodico. So if you want to learn more about Michelle does, go and follow inbodico on Instagram, on Facebook. It's really, really amazing stuff, in all honesty. So let's move on to the first question, shall we? So how has inclusion impacted you and your business? Actually, no, let's go back for a second. Let's go back. Let's let you introduce inbodico and what that is, so to give people a little bit better idea of what it's all about.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. Michelle House, founder, CEO, creator of inbodico. Look, I have never got this elevator pitch down pat, so you're just going to have to bear with me. inbodico is an online community that has a wide, diverse array of different practitioners doing all sorts of different modalities in personal development, wellness, mental health, the spiritual realms, all of that. We just wanted to take all of the gold, broaden, I think, the definition that we've often got of the wellness space, and then put that all together in one platform where we can come and learn and grow and share together, and just, I guess, open up the conversation to a wider array of people that I feel like potentially social media hasn't helped wellness to do. Because it's very curated and streamlined in a certain way. It's very directed at a certain demographic. And we all know that we're all multifaceted human beings and we need support in all different areas. And so inbodico is created to allow for that.
It is really beautiful. And what I love about inbodico is it is a really holistic way of looking at wellness and spirituality, and that you can go into that space and you can pick out what you need and not just take what is being offered to you by a certain practitioner in a streamline of what you said, of what their ideal process would be for you. But it's great to be able to pick and choose.
I agree. Yeah, definitely. And I think, like we're often like, if you are open to it, you have an idea of what you need and what you want to focus on. And the beauty of inbodico is you can definitely do that and you can have that process. But you're also going to be shown options that are outside of your normal comfort zone. And often they're the things that can be that little bit of that message that you need, or that little bit of information or that support that you needed, that can take you through that process and get you to that next stage of wherever you're trying to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so let's move on to our first question. How has inclusion impacted you and your business?
Oh my God, like I'm emotional about this because I think, like anyone who would be in this space watching this, we're all heart-centered people, and your intention is always to do the best that you can. It's to, I guess I always felt like I was really inclusive and I was really, open to all walks of life. I've had a really diverse life myself, so I feel like I'm really comfortable talking to different array of people, and that was never a thing for me. I think what I didn't have awareness around was just those unconscious biases and that white privilege and all of those things that I guess because they didn't impact me, right, growing up in the way that I did, it wasn't on my radar. And even though I had Indigenous friends, one of my closest friends is Torres Strait, I didn't I didn't know how I was playing a part in that. And so, unfortunately, it actually took a situation within the start of the business as we were preparing for launch with our logo that actually got me to really jump on board and start to unpack myself, my intention for the business. And that was around like cultural appropriation that our symbol was sort of called out for. And so, whilst the first instinct was to be really defensive and go, hey, like that wasn't the intention and that's not what we were about, it was actually the opposite of the intention. It was a really beautiful experience. And when I came across Louise, I was like, this is who I need to learn from because they're so warm and open and nurturing. It was just like, it was a no-brainer for me. Like, I need to match the intention with the action. And that was what I've got from you. So it's impacted our business in a massive way. It's allowed us to actually genuinely look at how we support that diversity and inclusion, and not just coming along and saying in our posts that we're diverse and inclusive, because that was kind of the angle I was taking, and it was a bit more of a ticker box approach, which isn't at the heart of who I am or what I wanted, but I guess I didn't know how to express it. And so you've given me the understanding of how to express that within the business.
Oh, beautiful. That's so lovely. So you've answered a little bit of this already, but what had you done in your business to be more inclusive and what were the ripples created?
Oh, God, it was seriously everything though, Louise. Like it was like you weren't considered, like colour palettes and particularly wording. Like I do, I've done a lot of content creation and copywriting in my day as well. And wording is really powerful, and I knew that. Like I knew the impact that words can have, but I didn't realise how it can also close the space up to a lot of people if you're not aware of the language that you're using. And so it was like languaging, it was colour palettes, it was our logo, it was one of the most amazing things that I feel like you've really helped us shape within the business was the membership tiers and the pricing and the way that we have that inclusive of a scholarship and our charities. All of these things that have just made me so proud of what we're creating here. It really is. It makes it feel so much more aligned with that, that initial intention and goal that we had in mind. And yeah, just so many facets.
Oh, lovely. You're so beautiful. Okay, next one. What made you decide to join the Inclusion Creators Collective?
Well, like I said, and I've really had to reflect on this, but I'm going to own it. Like, it was because of that logo situation. Yeah, like that was how I came across you. That's what got me really looking at myself. And whilst I wish that I had that awareness and intention prior, it was really that thing that tipped me over the edge. That was like, hang on a minute, this isn't aligned with what I'm trying to create here. This isn't feeling good. Having conversations with my close friend Jade, and I was just going, hang on, I'm really missing something here, and I don't want people to feel like that. But, I think something that you always say, Louise, that's really powerful for me is we've all had moments where we feel like we don't belong, and it's one of the worst feelings in the world, and I don't want anyone to feel like that. So it was really like just check myself, check my privilege, and show up. And and in terms of why I connected with you, it's the way you share it, it's the way you teach it, it's the way you allow us to be messy and imperfect and scared and awkward.
Yeah.
And still, and you still love us anyway. And I
really do. I really do.
You do. You're beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. So it's just been, it was all a beautiful, I guess, storm in a teacup that led me to this and to you. And, I thank you every day. So thank you.
Oh, and I thank you too. It's such an honor to witness someone's journey through their understanding and deep awareness of self on whole new levels that you never even knew existed. To witness someone be so big-hearted and intentional with the way they create their business and do their business, that it's about caring for other people. It's about making sure you are part of the good stuff, that good intention, the good feeling stuff, and not the mistreatment, not participating in the status quo, not participating in the oppression any longer. And for you to see and witness you actually changing your whole paradigm of how you understand the world works. And sometimes it's messy, sometimes it's uncomfortable, sometimes, and you know what? It's all okay. It all belongs. It's all part of that process. And I'm honestly so honored to be able to hold you in that space and be able to witness you through that, because I've worked with you long enough that I know you are such an amazing human being. You are such a beautiful human, and you are absolutely changing this world with the work that you do through inbodico and just your own presence as an individual as well. So it's been my honor as well. Don't you worry about that. Now, I do have one last question for you.
Okay.
What has the experience been like for you in the Inclusion and Creators Collective?
It's been amazing. It's such an amazing, supportive community, and it's been really interesting. It's such a big journey to come out to share yourself, in the way that we do when we go out there and we create our businesses and we share ourselves with the world, and you just put yourself out there for all this judgment and feedback and and things that work and things that don't, and it's such a impactful experience. And so to have you all there supporting me on that journey, and I know there's definitely been sessions where I haven't wanted to show up, or I'm like, yeah, I'm not sharing today, I'll just sit here in the background. And Louise is like, oh, okay, let's talk.
You?
So it's just been, it's everything you need it's everything you need in business. It's the business side of it. It's all the strategic side of it. It's the inclusion and diversity side of it. It's the supportive side of it. And we're all learning and growing from each other. And it's really powerful and beautiful. And I love what you've created, Louise.
Oh, thank you. And it really is. It's more than just inclusion, diversity, right? It's about the business models, the business structure, the business strategies. It's about the marketing. It's about the copyright stuff, copywriting, not copyright, copywriting. It's about, all the little bits and pieces of business that make up business. It's not just this nicety. It's not just this feel-good add-on thing. It's actually embedded in everything we do through our businesses.
Absolutely. Yeah, and that's been the biggest learning for me. It's to carry that vision and that intention and that feeling through the entire process, and how important that is.
Lovely. And I do have one more question. I didn't see it here, but I do have one more question. So what would you say to anyone considering joining the Inclusion Creators Collective?
Like, you have to just do it. I can't speak highly enough of Louise, because I get it. Like, it can be really awkward and it can be really uncomfortable, and there can be some really uncomfortable conversations and feelings that come up, and awarenesses about yourself too. I think that's one big thing. It's not always nice to become aware of things that you weren't even aware of that you're actually projecting out onto the world. And so I can appreciate why people would be a little bit hesitant, but the fact of the matter is, if you're out there and you're sharing your business with the world, it is your responsibility to show up like that and actually be able to look at yourself and reflect, and it's such a supportive environment to do that in. So I think you're almost doing yourself a disservice if you don't go through this process.
Oh my gosh. Well, first of all, thank you so much for all those beautiful words. I really appreciate you taking the time to have a chat with me, to share your experiences, because, I can sit here till the cows go home and say, come join this membership. It is really a beautiful space. It's really a beautiful space. But it's until someone who's actually deeply embedded in that space can share their experience.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing that makes people really understand that it's not just lip service. It's a very intentional space that I've created for each of you, and I've got more space for more people. For sure.
You do. And I'd like to see you all
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, well, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions at all, you know where to find me. Wherever this is posted, you can probably find a way to contact me through that space. So, sending you much love. Bye for now.